Happy New Year, everyone! I hope you all had a safe and fun holiday season. I'm going to go ahead and kick off this new year with some more spring projects using some IOD transfers and stamps. So I'm going to start off with this big watering can. I got it for $6 at a thrift store, and I'm going to use the IOD transfer called Whispering Willow. And I'm going to do kind of a bird theme again with some florals on each side. And it just made this watering can so much more pretty to look at. It's still functional. You can use it, but you can also use it in decor. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this down, use the little tool to push that transfer onto the watering can, and then slowly lift up, and that'll release that transfer from the vellum paper there. And then I did two different kind of birds. One is more of a brown color, and then the other is a blue color on the other side. So it's more versatile that way if you wanted to change up your decor. And then you always want to make sure to use the paper or your fingers just real gentle and kind of burnish that image down onto your product. And so this is the other side. I didn't want to bore you with how to put it on since you already saw the other one, but this is the other side. So there's two images of birds. Turned out really pretty. And then I went after Christmas I went to Hobby Lobby and I went to Walmart, and I got these ornaments, these wood ornaments, for 75% off. And then when I was at Hobby Lobby, I got that greenery for like 50% off. And then a light bulb came on. I was like, oh my goodness, instead of having to save those ornaments for next year, I can make some carrots for spring. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use the DIY Summer Crush color for the traditional carrots. And then for my neutral lovers, I'm also going to just leave the color of the wood, and I'm going to also try some cashmere of my fusion paint. And just kind of, I'm not going to paint them completely. I'm going to leave it a little distressed looking. And then at the very end, I'm going to use Fusion's Antiquing Gel and kind of give it more of a distressed, deeper, richer color. So it already had the little screw in there for hanging, so I just took that out and hot glued my greenery in, and it was done. So this is what it looks like with the antiquing gel. And we're just going to go ahead and add more glue for the naturals. This was just such an easy, cute project to do. You can have these kind of laying anywhere. You can have them in a bunch and with some twine. You can have them sticking up out of a little basket. Just a little fun project for the spring. So I kind of more dry brushed the paint on so that I didn't have to distress it by rubbing it back at all. And that made it a lot easier. And that's what it looks like with that antiquing glaze on there. So this next project, I'm going to use the Bess Journal from IOD. Beautiful, beautiful transfer. And what I thought was I'm going to go ahead and just take a blank canvas. Sometimes you can find these at the thrift stores, or they're pretty cheap at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. This is an 8x14, and I'm just going to put that transfer right on top and call it good. I may end up putting a wood frame around, like a 1x2 wood frame around, just make it a little bit more higher end. But this came out really pretty. Sorry, my head keeps getting in the way. So I took my time. It took me about 18 minutes total to get this on here. But it's worth it in the end. And I did use a book underneath to give me some stability to push down on that transfer where the canvas was kind of stretchy. So just kind of beware of that. If you're doing a canvas print, make sure to have something hard underneath, piece of wood or book or something to give you some stability to place that transfer down. And then after I got the transfer on, I noticed that there was some bubbles, so I just lightly rubbed them with my fingers, and some of them came out, but not all of them. So then I thought, well, maybe I'll just try a little bit of heat on there, not too much. And that actually worked really well. I just took my heat gun on low and just kind of lightly waved it over, and you can see the bubbles just disappear. So there's a little tip for you if you're trying to get some bubbles out of the transfer. You might want to just add just a little bit of heat to it, and it might help it move along. And here's where I'm doing the heat gun here. And now I'm just going to seal it in with the Fusion Wax clear wax, and this actually made the colors a lot more vibrant, which surprised me. I mean, it was already pretty vibrant, but it just turned out so pretty. So now with the books, these were from a library that was getting rid of a bunch of books. So don't be hating on me for making these books into a project. So they would have ended up in a landfill instead, but I'm going to give them new life. And I'm taking my Fusion's plaster color, and I'm just going to color the pages so that it's more unified. And then we're going to hot glue these two books together. And I'm going to use the IOD stamp set called Birds and Bees. And we're going to stamp a bird and a bee on there. The bird, I'm going to use the IOD ink called China Blue. And I'm just using a little thin mount, that's what it's called, to place these little stamps on there. And then the bee, I'll just put black ink. And of course, we need to embellish it a little bit. So I bought these both from the Dollar Tree, just a blue ribbon with the lace one. I'm going to make a little bow around the sides here. And I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue just to adhere it and keep it in place so it's not sliding all over. And you can add any other embellishments you want. If you wanted to add a little bit of greenery or some silk florals or something. I just kind of I'm going for more of a minimalist approach this year, which is kind of weird for me. It's a little bit out of my character, but I'm trying to just simplify things, especially in my home decor. But here are the final projects. Let me know what was your favorite. I think my favorite out of this bunch is going to be, it's kind of a hard one. I love the carrots and the watering can, but I'm going to go ahead and just, even though the watering can was super easy, I just think it is beautiful. So let me all know what you think. And I hope you have a good week. I will see you back on Friday. I don't know if I'm going to have a piece of furniture, but I will definitely have some more projects because I am in the mood to clear out my stash. So I'm going to be kind of trying to push some projects out the door and into the booths. So we'll see you guys soon on Friday, and have a wonderful day. Bye.